This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Snickers crisp ice cream bars. I saw these at my local Globus a few days ago and I bought them for €2.49. I've never seen them previously, so I thought I might as well take a look at them. I did like the regular Snickers ice cream bars, so let us see how these are. Let me zoom in on the nutrition table right here. Pause if you want to read that. Pause if you want to read that, and pause if you want to read the ingredients list right here. Okay, let's open up this thing and take a look at the individual ones. Something I do like about these ice cream bars is that they look so neatly wrapped and packed in these little cartons. Not too much give in them, and looks nice. Let's take one of them out. Close up the box for a decorative effect or something along those lines. Get a cutting board. This right here, yeah, it feels like the other regular Snickers ice cream bar thingy wrapper. Not much different, just a different colour. And well, the first thing is that the bar itself looks kind of odd. It doesn't really look like a Snickers bar at all. A bit dented in, even. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Let's cut this apart, see how it is on the inside. Alright, we've got our ice cream base, and then we've got some caramel right there, and these crispies on the outside. Maybe I can zoom in on one of these, that you can get a bit of a better idea how they look on the inside. Yeah, on the outside as well. This right here looks a bit, like I said, it looks a bit odd for a Snickers bar, very different than the regular one. Usually you expect a little bit of a bulge on the center of it, but this is more concave. So let's see how this tastes. So from the first bite of this, or the first half of one of these, I've got to say that this tastes a lot better than it looks. It looks a bit sad almost, but the chocolate flavor is there, very similar to the regular Snickers, at least in this, sort of setup. Those Crispies really remind me of these Rice Krispies. I usually enjoy them in chocolate, and this is what they've done here. And you certainly have, well, maybe it's peanuts, I'm not entirely sure, but the peanut flavor is surprisingly dominant in this. Now, if these things on the outside are actually peanuts, I do not know if they are, then this is easily explained. Usually with the Snickers bars, that particular peanut flavor you get from that peanut layer on the very top in the center of it. This is not here, so this is quite surprising to me. Luckily, I did take a look at a second one of these bars, and I solved the mystery. Now, you can see right here, there is actually a little peanut piece right here. I didn't really notice them, not in the, cross section of it. Not simply by looking at it, it just looked a bit more ununiform, I guess, and yeah, didn't make that out to be a peanut. So, mystery solved. The peanut flavor comes from peanuts. Amazing. The consumption process is now complete, and I'm ready to give you my verdict on this particular product. Now, to clear up some of the some of my previous unknowingness when it comes to the ice cream itself. They label this a bit different. Usually I'm so used to having individual paragraphs for the individual languages and stuff, and I didn't quite spot this because it's not really printed in bold usually with many ice creams nowadays. The initial description is printed in bold, but this is just ice cream 43% with peanuts 8.7% and caramel 10% with a cocoa containing glazing, I think, and rice chips or crisps, however you want to call them. So the ricey stuff was actually correct in my initial assumption. Now, luckily, I did spot a peanut in the second one of these. Now, something that is interesting is that I really like these, surprisingly, because many of these candy bars and candy stuff like Toblerone and something, not everything of that translates really well into ice cream. And this right here, keeping in mind that I myself never had a Snickers crisp as a non-ice cream item, I am quite impressed with this because this is actually quite good. In the first impression, it wasn't looking too great. It looked a bit sad with that concave center of it, of the bar. That was a bit unfortunate. But other than that, it was quite fine. Color-wise, nothing was off color. Consistency and texture-wise, it was really pleasant as well. Very crispy. Those rice chips or rice crisps certainly do their job well. They're not like soggy or anything, which is something you encounter with some other products sometimes, which is a bit unfortunate. And that peanut crunchiness was there as well. Of course, a bit softer, quite a bit softer than the rice chips, but overall quite nice. Chocolate was fine as well. I do not know if you saw it like perfectly, but the bottom of this particular bar, that was quite a bit thicker than the layer on the very top and on the sides when it comes to the thickness of the chocolate itself that coated the entire bar. Taste-wise, I've got to say that I'm really impressed with this as well. It tasted very much of peanuts, of caramel. Those rice chips do not have too much of a flavor, but in some bites it really reminded me of some breakfast cereal, which is interesting, which is something I didn't really expect as a flavor, but it's, you know, it's not bad. It's kind of nice actually. And the ice cream itself doesn't ruin it either. I do not really have too bad of an aftertaste with this, which is surprising. But I do not really want to complain about that, especially when we come to the price of this. €2.49 for 6 of these bars is quite alright. Regular Snickers bars, when you buy them at the cash register, they are not very cheap, at least over here they aren't. Neither are Twix and all those candy bars. They've gotten more expensive, I think, over the past few years. But this right here for $2.49, keep in mind that you have to have it cold at most times until consumption. I think this is actually not bad of a deal. Keep in mind though that you might go through a pack of these more quickly than you might initially assume. 6 of them are in here, and I am already through 2 of them, so the other 4 are not going to last too long either, I think. On a scale from 1 to 10, this particular product gets an 8.93. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.